What's up, Alley Cats? My name is Alex, and I hope you are having a wonderful, marvelous, fabulous day because I am. If you are new to my channel, welcome to my channel. How you doing? Click on that subscribe button because you know you want to. You know you want to. And if you are returning to my channel, welcome back. So before I show you guys the hospital footage, I do want to give you guys just an overview of like the 2 days. Well, not really 2 days, but I was in labor for about, I don't know, maybe 18 hours. On the 18th, I started having contractions around 4 a.m. and my boyfriend was still at work and he didn't get off until 7. So I was kind of trying to hold off until then. Plus they weren't too close together. They were a good, like, I don't know, at first they were like a good 20 minutes apart or whatever. So I didn't really, I was just laboring. So around, I want to say around like 7ish maybe, they started getting closer together. They started getting about 10 minutes apart, which is not really that close together, but once they started getting like 7 and 8 minutes apart, I started losing a little bit of my mucus plug, and my mom was like, you should go because you don't want to get an infection or anything like that. So I was just like, no, I think I'm fine, I think it's good or whatever. But she's like, you should really go, blah blah blah. So I'm like, my boyfriend gets in around 8:45ish, 8:30 maybe, and he takes off his shoes, and my mom was like, oh, you want to put your shoes right back on, you guys, all right, you gotta go to the hospital, she's in labor right now. So he knocks on the door like, is this happening? Like, we gotta go to the hospital? Is this really happening right now? And I'm like, yes, let's go. So we get to the hospital. They instantly put me in the delivery room. I change, all that good stuff, and I get checked, and I was about 3 centimeters dilated. So they had me walking the halls. Walking the halls. I go back in the room after, I don't know, probably like 10, 15 minutes, and I get checked again, and I was a 4 to 5. So after a while, the nurse comes back in, and she's like, well, the doctor says that, you can either go home and finish laboring, or you can stay and get Pitocin, because my contractions still weren't like 5 minutes apart. So I'm like, well, I really wanted to do it drug-free. It wasn't really for the pain, of course. It was to quicken the process and get my contractions closer together. And I was just like, I just really, really, really don't want to go back home. I'm not leaving this hospital until I have a baby. And my boyfriend had just got off work. He just got done doing the 12-hour shift. So I wasn't going to have him go all the way back home, go to sleep, and then be like super, super tired, waking up, me going into labor, going back to the hospital. So I was just like, you know what, let's just do the Pitocin. So we do that. I start progressing. I'm having contractions. I got all the way till I was about 7 centimeters. I get to 7 centimeters and I threw up, and that's what made me get the epidural. I did not want to get the epidural or morphine or anything, but I ended up doing it. Just me throwing up just was like, no. So a little bit later on, we found out that I threw up because I was running a fever. I had a fever of 101. So that's what made me vomit. And so, they give me this medicine through my IV, which you guys are gonna see in the in some of the hospital filming. They gave me some medicine for to hold me over until I got the epidural. So yeah. So they give me the epidural, and I get all the way to 9 centimeters. And by this time, it is the next day, which was my due date, December 19th. And this little boy decides that he wants to just stop right there for 3 hours. So he's literally like right there. I wasn't crowning, but he was like, I'm at a 9, like I'm 1 centimeter away from pushing. So my nurse kept coming in like, do you feel the pressure? Do you feel the pressure? And I'm like, no. Every time she comes in, no pressure, no, I don't feel anything. And so after a while, she's just like, you know what, we're just gonna, we're gonna try to push, not too much, just really, really slowly, just to try to see if we can, get him moving on his own with just a little bit of your help. So we start pushing. We probably do it for about 30 minutes or so, and then that's when he finally decides that he wants to wiggle his way out or whatever. So, the doctor comes in, they're like, oh yeah, we're about to have a baby, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm about to give birth. Like, it was like the most surreal moment, and the whole time, through the contractions, through like me pushing and all of that, I just kept telling myself like, okay, you're having an out of body experience. Like, this is an out of body experience. You're good. You got this. I ended up giving birth to him at 5:27 a.m. on December 19th, which was his due date, which was crazy. This is my first child, and they usually say the first birth is the longest. Like, they wait forever to come out or whatever. But he came like right on his due date, which was so crazy. So, he comes out and he wasn't breathing for about a minute. They find out that he swallowed meconium, I think it's called. Basically, he pooped inside of me. He swallowed some of it, or he inhaled it, and they had to stick a tube down his throat to get him to breathe, and shook him up a little. And because I was running a fever, they just needed to make sure everything was okay. And he swallowed that fluid, and it was really stressful because I didn't know what was going on. They took him, they didn't take him and wipe him off real quick and give him back to me, or I didn't just push him out and they set him on my chest. Like, they took him over to the little box, they stuck the tube in his throat, and they gave him to me for about 5 minutes max. And they took him, and I didn't see him until I think the next day. So by the time we, get to the postpartum room and all of that happens, I'm just like, when can I see my baby? I just want to see him. And they tell me that he's going to be in the NICU for 7 days. And I was just like a mess, because I just wanted to go to the hospital and have my baby and bring him home within 1 or 2 days. So it was really, really stressful, and I was just really, I was a mess. I didn't want anyone to come visit me in the hospital. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't want to keep explaining to everybody what happened. So it was just really stressful. And so once we were finally able to go see him, we did have to walk down to the NICU, and we had to, hold him in there, and we didn't really get to be alone with him until our last day in the hospital, and that's when we were in like a little nursery area, but he was still hooked up to the pole IV, and he had this IV in his arm, and I just didn't like it. It was horrible, but he was getting what he needed, so it was bittersweet. We did go and visit him every single day that he was there, and my doctor ended up letting him out a day early. There was no risk of infection. There was no type of health risk. Everything was good. He ended up letting him go a day early, which was Christmas Eve. So I got to have my son for Christmas Eve and Christmas, which was a huge blessing, because we didn't think that we were going to be able to get him. We didn't even think we were going to be able to get him for Christmas. So I was really, 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 really happy about that. And that's basically in a nutshell what happened. Like, it was the craziest experience of my life. Giving birth was fucking nuts. Like, it was crazy. And I the whole time I was just like, damn, I just gave birth. Like, I just pushed a little human out of my pee hole. Like, that literally just happened. It was just like, it was crazy. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, it was crazy. But this little bundle of joy came out of all of that. I love him so much. I'm so obsessed with him. He is like the cutest little thing. I'm not even just saying that because he's my baby, but he is so cute, y'all. This is little Mark Anthony Rodriguez. Say we'll see you later. Bye bye. Bye. Doses. Peace out. So I was in the room. I came in. I got checked, and I am 3 centimeters dilated. Last time I went to the doctor was on Thursday, and I was 1.5. So, and what's today? Monday. So that's pretty good, if you ask me. And yeah, I was in there, and the nurse came in and said that they want me to walk around, and I was in the middle of doing my eyebrows, so I might look a little crazy because I don't even have eyebrows on, but it's cool. It's alright. I got my gown on, baby Mark sticking out, got my monitors on, so this is crazy. We could be having this baby today. Oh my god, I'm so excited. This is crazy.
What's going on right now?
I'm having contractions like every minute, I think.
Jesus. So?
And I did my eyebrows.
Did
a little bit of my makeup.
Looking,
got some eyeliner on.
looking fine or whatever. In pain or whatever. You about to see some pain soon?
Still don't want to take the epidural.
Still don't want to take the epidural. But, I don't know, you're 5 centimeters right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 5 centimeters right now. Doesn't want to take the
I
epidural.
think I'm like 80% thinned out.
Whatever that means. Oh, dang. Miho trying to get some cameo. Hey, mama.
She wants to do a white elephant.
Mama, you okay?
You don't buy gifts that
Hi, boy.
You high, boy? How high are you?
elephant. You know, that's what they're called, white elephants. And you buy anything that's
Like
stupid. Or let's say
giraffe
stupid,
nut tie.
giraffe, that's high.
So that's how it goes. Everybody gets just picks a
Okay.
gift, no name.
So apparently,
She was like, "You okay?" I was like, "Man, this is the first time I opened my eyes since she gave me that stuff."
They're all
so apparently she's giraffe nuts high.
one that's two of them.
Y'all know giraffe tall.
Yeah, giraffe definitely tall. We got the mom squad over there.
I'm ready. It's not the mom squad, it's the grandma squad.
Jesus.
Oh yeah. The grandma squad.
Soon to be mom squad over here.
Who are you talking to?
She even got her mouth open.
Dang, get on my mouth, folks.
Stuff. You ready to be a daddy? Yes.
Great.
Yep.
Don't take the stand.
Right here.
Yeah. Keep going, man. Keep going. You're doing good job, man.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, it was. I know.
I didn't snip you. I got you.
Look at me.